Hey, good morning. I wanted to have an orientation with everyone, and I thought this would be the quickest way to do it by posting it on YouTube, and then everybody can see it, and then everybody gets the same information. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to try to go through this as very fast as possible. The great thing about video is you can rewind it to see what I said before. If you have any questions or anything like that, I want you to email me questions. I'll do my best. This is about as comprehensive as I can get with all the information, but I guarantee you that I will miss things. I will say this. If you guys can be very flexible with me this year, I would appreciate it. I have deaned before at different camps. Actually, I've deaned at Roundlake before, but it was I guess, at a different time, and we didn't have to quite do so many things to prepare. And since I'm taking over for Larry now and being the dean fully for who knows however long God wants me to be the dean, there's a lot of things that I have to get done. So it's a busy week. I got Vacation Bible School coming up here on Sunday, and I just did an orientation this past Sunday. And I've got camp coming up with you guys, and I've got kids that are being in the Hall of Fame parade. It's just nuts. So here's my quick orientation thing that I want you guys to go through. I'm hoping that everybody already got their registration done for the camp. If you have not done that yet, I'm really pleading that you do that really soon. If you go through the process, if you need to send that information back to you on how to go through the process of filling out information online to become a faculty member, email me and I will shoot that back to you so that you can go do that. If you're having difficulty with the process of filling that stuff out, something happens on the computer, contact Lance or Sam at Roundlake, and they'll help you through the process. And many of you guys have already kind of gone through that, and they've helped you out a lot. So please, 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 please get that taken care of. I want to thank you guys a lot for helping me out. This, especially you guys that were with Larry so many years and stuff, and now you want to kind of come back and be a part of my group. The nice thing with what Larry's done is he's tweaked out so much different things with camp that I've just kind of taken on a lot of his agenda. I've done a little of my own changes here and there, but nothing major. So a lot of you guys should be able to fall into place and help my guys that are coming in from my church, to kind of help them along in the way things run there at camp. So, but I do thank you guys for doing this. It's going to be a good time. We're having a fun time, and I'm going to try to hopefully help you understand what we're going to be doing. The schedule, again, like I said, is very similar to what many of you guys have already used to. What I'll do is in this link, I will post or attach to the email that this link will be in. I'll attach the schedule so that everybody can see what the schedule looks like. And if you have any questions about those types of things, it is pretty much similar to what we had before. There's one tweak where in the missions, we shrunk down the missions to only be about a half an hour. And then there's a 15-minute time slot where your family groups will be building boats. Yep, they will be building boats. I have things that I'm bringing down for each team to build a boat, and that's going to be our epic boat theme that we're going to be doing all week long. It has a theme to it. It has my idea is that these boats that we build will be put out there in the shallow end of the lake on Friday. And then we'll see how those boats float or don't float, however it may be. But it'll go along with the message for the day, too, that I'll have that night at the Vesper closing for camp. Family teams, okay? This has adjusted just a little bit, but not much. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the idea of who's on the family teams. Travis and Aaron Fleek and Dylan McGraw-Beatty are on a team. Alex and Becky Thompson and Kayla Melvin are on a team. Jay and Leslie Seacrest and Kelsey Modlin are on a team. Kevin Princehorn, Becca Zapatachny, and Zach Hart are on a team. Joyce Chambers and Amy Cole and Emma Clark are on a team. Phil Taylor and Jessica Brunker and Missy Wagner are on a team. Melissa Coughing, Jennifer Summer, Jason Beatty are on a team. Don Milbrodt and Vicky Moore and Caleb Milbrodt are on a team. Those are our family teams. And it looks like a good group of people. So I think every group's going to have a pretty hilarious group of leaders there that'll get things going and moving every day. So I'm pretty excited about that. I will also make sure that everybody in this email, everybody will get the lesson material. But obviously out of these groups here, I know that there's people who are stronger in the teaching realm than the others. But if y'all kind of work together, that would be really helpful. So just make sure that when you get that, look through it, read it. The material that I'm sending you is not very hard, so don't worry about that. It's just something that's discussion oriented. Our worship team for the week: Alex Thompson, J.C. Crest, Travis Fleek, Aaron Fleek, and then whoever you guys choose to be your background singers is fine with me. Campfire team is Becky Thompson, Don Milbrodt, Leslie Seacrest, and Kelsey Modlin. Kitchen team is Dave Schenauer, Gary Woodard, and John Chambers. Small kitchen crew, that's okay. That's all right. There's a lot of ladies that'll be in there too that are staff. Dorm parents. If you're an adult, you're a dorm parent. Anybody over the age of 18 is going to be a dorm parent. So make sure that you, I know a lot of times whenever we go to bed and stuff at night, some people come out to the lobby and just kind of hang and play cards and stuff like that. But when that happens, just make sure that one of those dorm parents are in the room so that the other one can go out and have a little fun and then flip-flop the next day, however that works out. I'm looking at my notes. That's why I keep on looking to the side of the screen. Zach Hart's going to be our nurse. He's an EMT, trained EMT, certified in that, and he is going to be on one of the teams. So whoever's team he is on, you got to be a little flexible with him because he's going to have to be the one that goes out and put Band-Aids on the kids, boo-boos and stuff like that, because that's all it's going to be is a bunch of Band-Aids. And he'll have to do the medications and things, but he loves being in groups of kids, so it'll be fun for him. He has a blast with that kind of stuff. My daughter Amber, my youngest daughter Amber, who's been through the camp, and most of you guys probably already know her. She's coming back, and she's going to be my child care worker. I've got a few of the team leaders that have young ones, and I wanted them to be there, and because they're going to be great. And so Amber's going to come and help me out with some of the child care and just kind of watch the kids throughout the day. Our evening speakers. This is our Vesper time, or celebration time, however you want to call it. Sunday night's going to be me, just kind of like laying out the groundwork for what the week's going to be like. Monday night, Rod Geiger, our pastor here from Perry Christian Church, will be there. Tuesday night, one of the leaders of CCHO, which is the Christian Children's Home of Ohio, they will be coming and they will be speaking. They are our mission, but they're not unable to be there all week long, so they can only be there one night. That's why we shrunk down our missions time a little bit, since they won't be able to be there. But we will have things to do that they have sent for us to be a part of, to kind of help them understand what CCHO is all about. So that is helpful. Okay. Wednesday night, Craig Ott's going to be our speaker, and he's our connections pastor here at Perry Christian Church. Thursday night, our own Alex Thompson will be going up forward, and not only will he be leading songs, he will be speaking and giving us the message. And then Friday night, if all things go well with the epic boat race that I've kind of tried to create, I will be given the message that night, and it's going to be on faith. And I think some of you guys have probably heard of the song by Rich Mullins called Screen Door on a Submarine. It's going to be based around that and how our faith needs to have some parts to it to kind of help us grow, so that we can leave camp and make sure that we grow in our faith even further with that. So it'll be a fun night. We'll have a good time with that. On Sunday night, we'll be creating the family groups. There is no rhyme or reason to this, and it's the same way as like with Larry. So he just kind of does things, and I will be just kind of like doing things to kind of pull people together into groups. I'm going to try to make it as equal as possible. Right now, there's probably about 60 to 70 kids that I know that are signed up for camp. I'm engaging myself to about from 100 to 120 kids to be at camp by the time we have camp. That'll put approximately up to 15 people per team. But with all the adult support, we should be fine with no problem. You guys will have a great time with that. I will do my best to put friends in groups as best I can, but however you guys can encourage kids that might not be in a group would be wonderful. If they didn't get with a group of their friends, you know, use your skills on helping them out to make them feel welcome and be excited about the group that they're going to be in. But I will do my best. Will do my best. Creating a team name. Everything is epic, huge, big, and the theme is epic for camp. So what I want you guys to do is come up with some names ahead of time that are epic, using the word epic in it. The idea is that well, my camera just moved on me. The idea is that if you come up with a couple names ahead of time, then things will kind of speed up during the time where you're trying to create names, because everybody tries to create something like the epic purple people eaters or the epic snodgrass eaters or something like that, and it gets a little confusing and a little bit crazy. But so I'm going to have you guys come up with some names ahead of time. You might not use your name. Your kid might come up with a great name, but at least you have something to maybe guide them, guide the kids in case things just don't seem like they're going right. Okay, that's the idea. So kind of think of epic names as best you can. They can be creative. I mean, as creative as you want it to be. Morning devotions. There's going to be a morning devotion each day. I'll have sheets that will be printed out for you guys to hand out in the mornings to your team, and it'll be what I wanted them to do is on their own. I know that within my groups that I've done in the past, we kind of did the devotions together, and we're going to try to, some of you guys have probably did it where they were on their own, but we're going to have them do it on their own. You'll pass out the paper, they'll have a Bible verse or Bible passage to read, and there'll be questions for them to kind of ponder on as they think about the verse that they just read, and then there'll be a little bit of an application point to that. Hopefully everything that I did will also kind of link to what we were doing that day. If it doesn't, I'm doing my best to try to make it link, but it doesn't always happen. But also it'll kind of key in on the themes of the day. And I think I've told some of you guys, or you might have seen them, some of the theme days are Superhero Day, Kings and Queens Day, Poser Day, Epic Birthday Party and stuff. There'll be, for certain ones, there'll be like a little handout or a takeaway for kids to kind of go along with. So like on Superhero Day, they're going to actually get superhero masks along with their devotion. And then if they run out of time or they have more time, they can sit there and color on their mask, make their mask very personal to themselves, so they can have a superhero mask throughout the day. For Kings and Queens, I have crowns. I literally have crowns that they're going to have that they can take away and wear all day long to show that they're kings and queens, you know, of Jesus. And they can color those also because they're just cardboard. And then on the Epic Birthday Party, I have those little blower things that you kind of blow out and it unravels itself, and then when you let go, it just kind of unravels itself back in. But it does not make noise like a horn. And I did that for certain reasons, and you guys will probably appreciate that I didn't get ones with horns in it. So there'll be certain days that we have those certain themes. There'll be certain things that they get, not in all themes, but at least for those three, there'll be those types of things that they'll get for the day. Lesson times. The lessons that I give you and I send to you through the email, they're not set in stone. I want you guys to use your creativity. I want you to build on the lesson. I want you to build on the questions that I've asked within these lessons to make it better, to make it unique to you. Okay. But what I do really want you to focus in on and make sure that the point gets across within that lesson is what we're focusing on in that day. So if we're focusing on the epic power, then that means that somehow we got to make sure that happens, that the kids understand that we're talking about epic power or epic authority, all those types of things that we're going to be talking about. make sure that we use that scripture or the passage that we're talking about in that lesson. That would be a main thing that I want you to kind of stay with. But if you don't like my activity that I give you and you want to change it up, change it up. If you don't like some of the questions that I've asked in there, don't use them, but add to the ones to it so that you can utilize it. However it works for you. Okay, lessons are always something that you build on, and I want you guys to use your creativity on that. But what I've given you is an idea of where we're going with those lessons. But everybody will receive that packet. I'm just going to send it on one big email, so even some of you guys that are probably not going to be teaching will probably receive this stuff too. But it might not be a bad idea to read through it and let you see, maybe like within discussion times, you might be able to help within this discussion and the leading times. Our missions time. With our mission, it's the Christian Children's Home of Ohio. And the camp has given us the free reign to pick our own mission this year, which is crazy. It's nuts to do that, but we did, and they are the ones I picked. We will not have them there. I wish we would. I would have loved to have had them there to be there all week long, but they're not able to do that. So our mission time, I would like to have it an extended worship time and just have some great music and stuff like that to sing, and then it'll be a short period where we'll just talk a little bit about the mission. I probably will have a video at least one day for them to kind of see what's going on about the mission. There'll be these worksheets that the kids will receive each day about CCHO. And what I would like to do, and this is for the sake of the teams, is these worksheets. It's a lot of times I know kids just hate doing worksheets and stuff, and they just don't want to do anything. But that worksheet has a lot of information about the organization that we're supporting. And my thought is if they complete that worksheet that they're doing, then what they can do is bring it back to their team leader, completed, and their team will receive 20 points per worksheet. Okay, that way they'll complete that, and they'll have points for their team too. But one worksheet per person per day. Okay, that means like I can't do one worksheet and then go grab another worksheet and do another worksheet that same day. You know, anybody in your team can do a worksheet, but I can't do like multiple worksheets of the same exact worksheet in that same day. That would just be wrong. So that's how I was trying to figure out how to do that with our mission, since they wouldn't be there. This probably is going to be our best help there, as best I could think of for myself on this one. The scripture challenge after missions. We always do that scripture challenge. I love the way Larry does this. When he did it with the different stations, there will be different stations for each verse, and the child will memorize that verse at that station. And when they memorize it and they say it to one of the adults and they get signed off to go to the next person or to the next station, they go to the next station to memorize a different verse. I love this because the next day they have to start at station 1, go to station 2, station 3, and then Tuesday they have to go back to station 1, go to station 2, station 3. By the time the week's over with, they'll have at least 2 to 3 verses memorized, to memory, and that's great. I think that's a wonderful way to do that. So that's what we're going to do again this year too. And if you guys are new at this, you'll catch on very fast on how this works. It's very simple. All you need to do is be there to listen to kids say their verse and to sign off on it, and then you need to be in locations of different stations so that the kids that come to that station can be there quickly and then get their verses worked on and go on to the next station. So you'll figure that one out pretty quickly. And my guys, the rest of the guys that have been there at camp before can probably help me out on that too. Best bunks and skunk bunks. We're going to do those again this year, and there's going to be points for that, just like we've done in the past. I think I did like 250 points for best bunks, 250 for skunk bunks. I'll leave that up to the Dean of Men and Dean of Women, which that would be. I think I still have Becky Thompson doing that, and then Don Milbrook's going to be the other one for the week. 3 pieces of mail. What we're going to do is we'll do that same time at the beginning, just before we go into lunch. If the kids receive 3 pieces of mail, though. I'm not going to do the water wall. It didn't seem to fly as much and stuff. So we'll probably get 3 pieces of mail, and then we'll have a short period of time where the kids will tell us a joke or sing a song or something like that for that. Or I might come up with something different. That's always kind of fun. But obviously, we might have somebody that listens to the joke before they get up and speak the joke, because a lot of times those jokes are a little off base, rude. So we might have a person listen to one of those jokes or listen to the jokes before that happens, so that we don't have some joke being told that is very wrong. Let's see. Oh, lunch and dinner scripture challenge. This is something I kind of added in this year. Before the kids come in to lunch or dinner, we're going to have competitions with probably maybe a Bible verse that they've been working on that day, or the books of the Bible kind of thing, where whoever wins, it'll depend on their accuracy, and it'll depend on their speed of how they could say it. So if they're doing the books of the Bible, we'll have about 3 or 4 of the teams come forward with their best kid out of that group, and they're going to rattle off the verses or the books of the Bible, and whoever makes it through the books of the Bible the quickest and also the most accurate, their team gets to go in first to that. And I'll try to change it up so much so that we don't always have the same group going in, because there's always that one kid that is the best kid and he's the ringer on verses and books of the Bible. So I'm going to do my best to try to make sure that we don't have that same team going first all the time. That would be horrible. Rest periods. Kids need to be in their bunk and quiet. That rest period's right after lunch, and they need to be quiet, need to be doing things on their own, no discussions across the way. They can work on their booklets. That's acceptable to me, but it has to be acceptable to your room also. So they can read, do their booklets, take a nap, but they have to be on their own bunk, not jump into the top bunk or the bottom bunk, things like that. If it's their bed, they have to be in their own bed. They need to go to the bathroom. They need to go to the bathroom before they go to rest period. I know that a lot of kids will take advantage of this and try to use the bathroom the whole 45 minutes that they're in there, and it gets annoying. So do your best to try to get them to go to the bathroom beforehand, so that they're not roaming all the time trying to waste their time using the bathroom or going into the bathroom. Dude. All right. I have this thing set to follow my face. I'm going to turn that off. There we go. You're just going to have to watch me straight. That's why the video camera was jumping around like crazy, because it was following me. Our daily focus and our themes. Okay, I'm going to rattle these off really fast. On Monday, we're going to be talking about epic wisdom. And Jesus understands everything, including you. And the verse would be Luke 2:47. And that theme of the day will begin our epic boat race information. The epic boat race, you'll be given cardboard and rolls of duct tape. And your team will, throughout the whole week for 15 minutes each day, there'll be a set time in the schedule where your team will work on your cardboard boat. And on Friday, we will actually have a boat race in the shallow end of the lake. Okay? I will say this. The boat you have to use you can only use what I give you to be able to make the boat. You can't go and start scrounging through the trash and stuff like that and get more cardboard. The cardboard I give you is what you have to use. The duct tape that I give you is the only duct tape that you can use, the only kind of tape that you can use. And if you want to decorate it, you can use your markers and things like that and pencils and decorate your boat the best way you want. But on Friday, it'll be a boat race. Most likely what will happen, it'll turn into more of a how long can this boat stay afloat race, instead of getting from point A to point B, just because I know that you don't have a lot of time to work on the boat to make it buoyant as best as possible. But that's kind of the idea. Okay, and I'll let you know why on that Friday. Tuesday, our focus is this: epic purpose. In the description, it'd be like Jesus knew he was the Messiah and why he came into this world. And then why are you in this world? And it comes from Luke 4:21 through 22 and Luke 4:43. And the theme is Poser Day. And I think if some of you guys have seen that, Poser Day is like, you're posing somebody else who you're not, is the big idea. And sometimes we just pose as a person that we're not, or something that we're not. And we need to know who we are in Christ. We're not posers of Christ. We are people who know who we are. And the idea, I might have like a photo booth that day and just have kids, jump or take photos of themselves. You have some stuff for them to like put on to kind of decorate, a neat little photo booth that they can kind of get and have fun with, where they can dress up and have fun, and we'll just take photos of them and stuff like that. Wednesday focus, epic power. And Jesus is powerful. That's just too obvious there. He did the supernatural, and better yet, he forgave sin. And he'll forgive your sins too. That comes from Luke 5:24 through 26, and the theme of that day is Superhero Day. Think about that. Kids can dress up with their superhero stuff. If they want to dress up like a superhero, great. If they want to wear their best superhero shirt, wonderful. However that is. Thursday focus, epic authority. Jesus told demons to be quiet, and you through Jesus can too. And that comes from Luke 4:32, Luke 4:36, James 4:7 through 8. And the theme is kings and queens. And kings and queens have authority within their kingdom. And see, the idea is that we are kind of like a king. We are royalty when we were with Jesus, when we were part of his family. And we are part of that royalty. And we have that authority too when we are part of that authority with Jesus. Friday focus, epic faith. Jesus is to his Father. He's faithful to his Father. Jesus saw faith demonstrated right before his eyes. And what amazes Jesus is our faith in him. And will you choose to be faithful? What enables you to grow in your faith day after day and year after year? And that comes from Luke 7:9 through 10. And the theme is epic birthday. Epic birthdays, they grow. You grow each and every day, or each and every year. You have a birthday, and you grow bigger and stronger and more smarter, I guess, depending on who you are. And we're going to celebrate everybody's birthday on Friday. I'm checking into the idea. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not, but I'm checking into the idea of having an epic birthday bash food fight, where every team will have their own sheet cake. And we will go out in the big field somewhere, and we will just thrash each other with birthday cake and have a blast doing it. Okay? I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, because I got to get approval first before that happens. But boy, that would be so fun. If not, we're just going to do cakes and stuff and have fun just singing Happy Birthday all day long. It'll be the song that never ends that day. Happy birthday. I want to make sure you guys dress for the themes too. Okay? Dress for those themes. If you got superhero garb, bring it, wear it. If you got superhero t-shirts, bring it, wear it. If you got stuff that looks like kings and queens or something like that, wear it. Poser Day, dress up like somebody that you're not, that kind of fun stuff like that. And just have fun with it. With you being involved in it, it will make it more fun for the kids too, whether they get dressed or not. It's just fun for them to see how you guys do that kind of stuff. And then maybe next year, if they come back to our week camp, they'll know what's going on. They'll have fun with it and be a part of it too. The activity schedule, I'll make sure to post the activity schedule there along with it. That might change a little bit here and there. Lance has a copy of it, and the activities will be set 2 different times in the day, and it'll be range from using these go-kart things that they have now to the archery that we've done before, and fishing and canoeing and stuff like that. There'll be one spot there that we're going to do the epic boat race on Friday at the second activity time. That way, if we have enough time, we'll just kind of swim around afterwards to finish off that activity time, depending on what our time's like. But I'll post that schedule for you guys too, or attach it to the email so you guys can look at that. Camera rules. Okay, most of you guys know what the camera rules are, but some of you guys might have no clue what the camera rules are. There are no pictures in the dorms at all, or bathrooms at all, and we need to kind of make sure that no kids take any cameras anywhere in that bathroom. And we need to make sure that if they have cameras in the dorm rooms, that they put them away. The only places they can take pictures are outside, down in the kitchen, down in the gym, down by the lake, in the lobby of the dorms, but that's it. They can't take pictures anywhere else, just because of safety reasons. You don't want something to get posted on Facebook and there's just some kid in their underwear. Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Going to the bathroom. No, I don't have to go to the bathroom. I'm just going to tell you about what I'm thinking about with going to the bathroom. Going to the bathroom during missions and during our celebration time in the evening. I've noticed this at every week of camp. Every week of camp I've ever done, since the inception of camp, is that when we get to the point where we are getting ready to speak about something, that is the time that the kid's bladder, for some reason, gets filled up and they have to go to the bathroom. So what I want you to do is we need to really, really strongly push. You need to go to the bathroom before celebration time, and you need to go to the bathroom before missions time, because we're not going to allow you to jump. Now, I know there's emergencies and stuff that happen, but what we also need to push is that if they have an emergency to go to the bathroom, they need to come to one of the adults first and ask. And then when they ask, they need to be directed to the back side of to a back door of the gym and walk around from the outside, instead of going up to those front doors up by the staging area and stuff, and just basically distracting everybody from what we're trying to do. Got to tell you, it's my pet peeve. So if we can all work together on this to get the kids to go to the bathroom beforehand, that's great. And also, if they have that emergency that they have to go to the bathroom, then they need to go around a way that to the bathroom without going in front of people, without getting in front of the stage, without going to those doors and by the staging area on the sides of the stage, because it just directs everybody's eyes to that way, and they just lose their concentration. Also, with the water fountains, we need to strongly encourage and push that they drink water before and after missions and the celebration times, because again, it's the same thought. Kids will get up in the middle of that, and they'll just walk over there and start drinking water and sucking water down, and then I just kind of watch them drink water, and I lose my focus of what's going on the stage. So we really need to push that strongly, and I'm going to do my best to get that thought out in front of those kids' heads, but I need you guys to help me along on that one too. We want the best experience for them. We want them to understand and learn as much as possible, but those two distractions to me are huge for kids not learning what they need to be learning at the time. Scores for things. I'll kind of shoot this stuff out to you. There's different scores and stuff. I think a lot of you guys already know it. Our evening activities. We'll have different activities in the evening. Right now, I've got a staff hunt planned out. So if you were to bring your ninja outfit, bring it, because you might be usable. It might be usable for you. There'll be different points for people for the staff hunt and stuff like that. We can describe that later. We're going to do a competition evening with the kids. I'm looking at doing it like a tug of war type thing, a yelling contest, like similar games like minute to win it style games and stuff like that for competition. And there'll be point values for all that kind of fun stuff. Let's see, we're going to do for another evening activity, we're going to do the water slide. And for a fourth evening activity, I'm kind of jumping around on the idea of either having the Bible skit competition, where you get Bible passage and your team creates a skit like there within 15 minutes using all the props that they can. I thought that was kind of funny. The one we did last year, or what was going on last year, might happen that way. We might be doing that one. We might not. I might come up with a new idea altogether. But those are the kind of the ideas for the evening activities: staff hunt, team competitions, the big slide, the big water slide. I got to do the water slide, and then the other one is possibly the Bible skit challenge. So be prepared for those kind of fun things and stuff. Camper booklets, they will have their camper booklets. I've kind of adjusted them a little bit from what Larry's had in the past. He had a lot of good information in there and stuff, so I was just kind of tweaking what he had. And there's things in there for them to do, kids to do inside that booklet for getting points. So make sure that, like, even in their times where they're resting, they can work on the puzzles and things like that during that time and get points for their team. I think, guys, that's about all I've got, or at least that's all I can think of in my head. I want to thank you guys for helping me out here at camp. I know you guys have done it. A lot of you guys have done this before, and it's for the kids, because the kids have a great time, and it's just an enjoyable time to be out there at Roundlake and to be able to minister to kids in a different way. I just love that. So I thank you for being a part of it, and you guys, if you have any questions for me, again, just email me those questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Again, be very flexible, because I'm not perfect at this. I'm going to do my best to make sure things go smoothly. Have a lot of grace with your new dean, so that he doesn't go crazy. But you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys later. And if I don't see you beforehand, I'll see you at camp. See ya.